The Dallas Cowboys, since the Texans game, have put together some of their best games of the year, showing improvement, in turn leading to some wins and slim playoff chances. However, after a brutal loss to the Bengals, their playoff chances got even slimmer, along with the chance of having a top 10 pick. Yet even with all of that going on, they still found a way to play one of their best games against a 3-10 Panthers team that was starting to find their footing before this game. It's a win nonetheless, though. A win that feels like what I think being a dad losing to your kid would feel like. I can only imagine, but part of you is probably mad that you lost to your kid at something, but also happy seeing the growth and them getting good enough to eventually beat you. It's a double-edged sword. Part of me is like, damn, they won again, climbing even higher in the draft board. But I'm also happy to see them win again, finding something to build off of going into next season. The epitome of that has been the run game. As we saw to start this year, they were one of, if not the worst in the league, for a list of many reasons longer than a 10-year-old's Christmas list. One of them being because of the clunky substitutions. They seem not to have it figured out how much they wanted and when they wanted Zeke and Rico to run, while also trying to give Deuce Vaughn some opportunities. It did not lead to good results, and they slowly adapted to what they're doing now. Rico is the main back now, predominantly getting the majority of the carries, leading to better results. In the past 3 games, the Cowboys have rushed for 489 yards. For perspective, that's more than half of what they've rushed for in the previous 11 games. Rico individually has rushed for 392 yards, 96 more than Saquon and 96 yards less than his past 11 games on 47 less carries. So you can say it's because of the attempts going up, how the games are playing out. They're not in a big deficit. The O-line's blocking better. Many reasons. He's even just running more efficiently with better vision. Either way, they have been running the ball a lot. And I mean a lot better. And if they would have just been somewhere near this efficient in the running game in the past 11 games, I have no doubt, I would bet on it, that their record would be at least flipped as it stands right now. So it's vital they can maintain this and use it going into next year. Another aspect that has improved is the defense for many reasons. But let's just say this, it's not hurting Micah's case for a payday. His presence has opened up lanes for other defenders to feast. In the 4 games that he missed, the Cowboys had 10 total sacks. In his first 4 games back, they had 16, with him having 4. And that's not even counting the pressures and the effect he has in the run game. He's an X factor, shout out Dez, on the defense, and they're going to have to make a decision if they're going to pay him like that. But as we know, only time will tell how that will unfold. Point is, there has been a lot of improvement with a backup quarterback for a team that has had a disappointing season and one that has made the future look very bleak. There have been negatives, though, in the past couple weeks, none bigger than the injuries. One of the most devastating ones was Demarion Overshown, who was dominant and impactful coming off of the ACL injury in the preseason last year, being one of the most consistent bright spots for the team, and now it seems he will be out for the remainder of this year and even next year. Devastating for the Cowboys, and I can only imagine how much for him. I just hope his surgery and recovery will go well, and it will not dim this bright light he has in this league. Trayvon was also coming off an ACL injury and now also has a season-ending knee injury. The cause of this injury has been very secretive, but the one constant thing that all the Cowboys beat writers have been saying is that it's very serious. So we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully he is all good and he can return to the level of play we saw in the beginning of last year. It's bad for both parties involved, and it's starting to raise questions of his future with the Cowboys going forward. Anyways, as we've seen, the highs and lows continue for this team with 3 games left until an off season that will have very critical and important decisions to be made, that hopefully will have a team making improvements going into the playoffs instead of the off season. Thanks for watching.